here now we're asked to do, in the question we are solving, we're asked to get the profitability index, the net present value, that is NPV, and the payback period, which is PBP. So this is a case of project. We are trying to evaluate this project to know how profitable it is. Now, from what I have here, this is just the formulas we will be using for that particular work. Now, where PV is the present value, summation or sigma CIFT simply means the sum of cash inflow over time. In brackets, that is 1 plus KD simply means the discount factor. The KD here is opportunity cost of capital. Then in PBP, A plus R over C multiplied by months all over 1. The A here is the amount recovered before the last year. This PBP, we are talking about the number of years it will take a business or a project to recover the amount of money invested in the business. So this A there talks about the amount recovered before the last year. The R is the remainder, that is the amount of money remaining to complete the outlay. While the C here now is the amount in the next year. The amount in the next year. So with this, we can go. Now, this is from the question. We are asked to solve this project that have 4 years lifespan, which we are told that the first year produces cash inflow of 20,000, the second year produces cash inflow of 25,000, the third year produces 30,000, and the fourth year produces 35,000. Now, in this point that I wrote minus 100,000, this is the cash outflow. If you check very well, it's minus, and this is the year before the project started. So this is the money we invested on this project, or they invested on the project. So one should now solve to know if this particular project is profitable. Okay, now this could be solved in different ways. It could be solved in a straight line base or in a table in this format. Now, if you are using table, here should be called a discount factor. Discount factor, which is giving us 1 over bracket 1 plus KD. You understand? And now the KD here now we are giving is opportunity cost of capital, which is 10%, and 10% is gotten from 10 divided by 100, which is 0.10. So definitely, if we should do 1 over 1 plus KD, we'll be getting 1 over 1.10, because 1 plus this will give us 1.10. So now what I will do here is get a discounting factor for this first year, multiply by the cash flow. I will get my net present value. If I get the discounting factor of the first year, I will multiply by the what? The cash flow. I will get what should be my net present value. Now, mind you, in this discounting factor, it varies based on their years. So it varies based on year. For instance, the discounting factor of this particular place, it will be raised to power 0 based on the year. For the second one, will be raised to power 1. For the third one, will be raised to power 2, depending. So this is how we will be doing that for we to get our discounting factor. Okay, now the discounting factor here, this is what I did. How I was able to get this is, like I said, it varies based on what? The time period, that is the year. So for the first year, what I did was 1 over 1.10, because when 1 is added with what? The KD, which is of this 10%, it becomes 1.10. Raised to power, if you check here now, the number of year here is 0. Raised to power 0 is equal to 1. Then if I do the same thing in this case, and I say 1 over 1.10, close bracket, raised to power 1, I'll get this value. This is what you also do. Changing this 1 to 2, you get this till the last year, which is the 4th year, you get this. Now, this is how to get the discounting factor. Now, how are we going to get our present value? You just multiply the cash inflow with the discounting factor to give you what? The present value. So, by that, I'll say minus 100,000 multiplied by 1. Definitely, I'll say half minus 100,000. Or you put it in bracket, meaning negative, meaning that we should reduce or less 100,000 from what we'll get. So it could come in this way, bracket 100,000. Or if you open the bracket, you put it in minus 100,000. So let's say 20,000 multiplied by 0.9091. I approximated at the last point. I have 18,182. 18,182. I'll do the same thing here. 0.8264 multiplied by 25,000. I'll have 20,660. 20,660 naira for the second year. Then the third year, 0.7513 multiply 0.7513 multiplied by 30,000. We'll have 22,539. This is 20,660. Then for the fourth year, 0.6830 multiplied by 35,000. We'll have 23,905. 23,905. Now, what I will do here, what I will do in this case is to sum this. This becomes my net present value if I sum this, considering that this one is minus already. So what we'll do here is I will add everything here, subtract it with this, or I will press the number considering the minus, that is minus 100,000 plus everything here. I will get the value automatically. Okay. Now, for we to get our net present value here, it will be total of these of 4 years. The present value of the 4 years will be subtracted from the initial outlay of 100,000, or you press minus 100,000 plus everything here, you get the net present value. So here, 18,182 plus this will give us 85,286. So when we subtract it from 100,000, that is 85,286 minus 100,000, will give me total of what? Minus 14,714. Now, so this will give us minus 14,714. This simply means a loss in this project, in the case of this project. So we're having a negative value of 14,000, meaning that this project is incapable of what? Providing at least the amount of money invested on this particular project, being 100,000, talking of what? Helium profit. Now let's try to check the profitability of this particular project. So by that, what we use in this case is what we call the profitability index, the PI. And from what I gave us before now, okay, now the profitability index, that is the second question there. We've gotten our net present value to be minus 14,714. and for several value. Then now we want to know if this particular project is profitable. So what we do is to use our profitability index to do what? Evaluate that. Now we've done this by saying the gross present value, that is the summation of the present value, which is 85,286 all over 100,000, will give us what? 0.85%, meaning 85%, approximately 90%. Now we say from our decision rule, the decision rule under this case, say we should accept the project if PI is greater than 1, then we should reject when it's less than 1. So from here now, we make decision and decide what to do on that particular project. So since it's now say we should reject when PI is less than 1 and accept when it's equal to when it's greater than 1. So in this case now, it's approximately less than 1. So in as much as yes, the level of significance here or risk or chances of the business not yielding returns or profits is minimal, we'll follow the decision rule, we'll reject in this case. But if you look at it to this extent, it's not greater than 1. Rather, if our probability is to be equal to 1. But the criteria say once it's greater than 1, we should accept. And once it's less than 1, we should reject. So in this case, we'll reject this project because it's not profitable. The third thing we'll do now is to do what? Solve the payback period. And I've told us that the payback period has to do with the number of periods or years that is required to do what? Recover back the capital invested in this particular project. So how are we going to do that? Now, this is PBP, the payback period. So once you know the number of years it will take this particular project to recover back the money we invested on it. Now, the formula says A plus R over what? C multiplied by 12 months. So now I said here A is the amount of money recovered before the last year. Then R here simply means the remainder or the amount of money remaining to complete the capital. While the C here is the cash inflow produced in the next year. This is 12 months. It depends to you. You can put a year, 52 weeks or days. In case you are looking for the number of days, you put in days, 365 days. If you are looking for a number of weeks, you put in 52 weeks. If you are looking for a year, so we usually use months, 12 months to represent that. Okay, now this is our cash inflow. Excluding this. Inflow, this is cash inflow, this is cash inflow, this is cash. This one that has the minus sign here is cash outflow. So we want to know how many years will it take this project to recover this 100,000. So what we do here is, first of all, we do what? We look at our A, try to get our A. Now the A here says the amount of money recovered before the last year. So calculate how many years will it, first of all, when we calculate this, how many years will it take us to get at least nearer to what? The amount. Or close to the what? The amount we spent. So say here, this plus this will give us 25,000. Definitely it's 2 years. The first year 20,000, second year 25,000. That is 2. So we have 20,000 here, 25,000 plus 30,000. 2, 3. This is 10 here now. Let's try and check if we get a closer amount before the last year. So now say 20,000 plus this is 45,000 plus this. This is 75,000. 75,000. To this next one now, if we put 75, this one, it will be up to the amount we invested, and it will to an extent exceed that. So because of that, our A now is this amount recovered before the last year. So this is total of 75,000, which was made from 3 years. So it took us 3 years to get that. So my A here now becomes equal to 3 years. Then R will be remainder. How much are we now looking for? How much is remaining from the money we invested? So what we'll do here is R will be equal to 100,000 minus 75,000 will give us 25,000, I think. So we're looking for 25,000. R becomes 25,000. Now what is C? The amount of money produced in the next year, which is this one, which is C becomes equal to 35,000. So with this, I can now substitute back on my PBP. I will now say PBP becomes equal to A is what? 3 years. I've gotten 3 already. 3 years already. Plus R, which is the remainder, the amount of money remaining to complete the capital. R there is what? 25,000 over the amount of C, the amount produced in the last year. So, or the next year, after the what? The A. So the next year, it could be last, depending on the number of years it takes the business to get the money. So we'll have 35,000 here because that is the next year after this point. So we'll have 35,000 multiplied by 12 months over 1. This is 12 months over 1. So this. So this divided by this, I'll have PBP to be equal to 3 years plus 1,000 divided by 35,000 multiplied by 12. I'll have 8.57. This is 8.57. Approximately, the 8.57 will be approximately, let's say 9, meaning 9 months. This is 3 years plus 8.57 months. This divided by this multiplied by 12 will give you this, and it's in months. So when I say it will cost us 3 years plus 8.57 months. Now, because of this, you can still wish to express it in weeks, days, to know the number of days here. And automatically you know that in every month is 31. Some are 30. Then, if you want to get this, you can actually get it easily. So, or you can approximate this to say PBP is therefore 3 years and 9 months.